Hello and welcome to chapter 220 of our streaming adventure. Well, I say that, but I'm going to do something a little bit different today. My plan is to record my matches in the OnZD MTG tournament today, and then at a later time go over them. But I'm going to be talking while I record. Alright, so it's going to be kind of weird, but that's kind of what you sign up for when you come to a JPinter MTG stream. Let's be honest. So, what I decided to go with today is Red Green Lands. It's a little bit different than the Nile lands that I was playing the other day. The main thing I really wanted to key in on was exploration. I think the obviously extra land drops that you can accomplish with exploration really. The one match where I went turn 1 exploration land, turn 2 Thespian Stage Dark Depths, and was just holding up 2020 on turn 2, that seems pretty sweet. And I would love to have many games like that today. I think it's an interesting proactive thing that I can be doing, as well as there is a lot of chances to be reactive here. Ports, Maze of Ith, Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead is a reason why we're playing both Forest and Snow-Covered Forest, split in fetch lands, and just in general, I like this strategy. Whether it is going to be a good strategy or once there are public deck lists, is that going to hurt me? That might be possible, but what I'm hoping is that by seeing their deck lists at the same time, I might know, okay, this is a keepable hand, this isn't a keepable hand, what things to focus on, and for the most part, I'm hoping things play out better that way. So, I appreciate you coming along for the ride, and I will see you in time for round number 1. All right, getting ready for round 1. My first round pairing will be against Bant Miracles. It won't let me. There we go. So I have checked in Bruno Guerra. Now, they titled their deck list Bant Miracles. I guess it helps to make sure that they really are Bant Miracles. Yep, it appears so. Terminus on there twice. Interesting. Okay, so let's head into Legacy Tournament Practice. Let's create a match. And put in now, are we supposed to be doing Yeah, I believe we're supposed to be making the matches in the tournament practice room. There we go. All right, hello and good luck, opponent. We have lost the die roll.
Announcement received.
There's apparently, I don't know if you can hear that, but we are receiving tournament practice area. Okay. So our opponent is keeping 7 cards in hand. Do we mulligan or not? I don't have any green mana, so that would be a reason to mulligan these port. I do like the idea of port, but no green. Does their list have... I do like the idea of these ports. This may be inadvisable, but I like the idea of the ports. I would like it even more. They did not shuffle off that ponder. We're just going to start with a wasteland. Maybe that wasn't... Like, this is going to somewhat punish me, I think. May I have an exploration? Sure. Okay. Let's go to their upkeep. Abundant growth. Worth noting is that... Wait, why are my sounds back? I think worth noting is that we can Ghost Quarter off that Abundant Growth, and that might be worthwhile. What are the lands in my deck? I have a lot of lands in my deck. So we could Ghost Quarter, start taking them off. Oh, how many basics do they have? 2 snow-covered forest, 4 snow-covered island, and a plains. I also kind of like the idea of... No, let's get rid of this. Like to pass to your upkeep. Fair enough. Is there a better way to do that? Force negation is a good one. I mean, I couldn't take him off double ponder. Three cards. Did the ponder... Did not shuffle. Do you have another force? Just a regular old force of will. I would like those 3 back. Let's go to their upkeep. Okay. Do you have another force? Nope. So that should be all their white sources gone. Caracas, okay. Sylvan Library. We have what are their main deck answers? They have swords, tundra, force, pitching force. 1, 2, 3, 4. But none of my lands currently produce mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I messed that up. I'm sure this is an exciting game for everybody. Is that just a shuffle? A pay one life shuffle? All right. One down. Let's look at their sideboard options. They have Back to Basics. That's scary. Carpet of Flowers. Endurance. Did they not have Endurance in the... They had one Endurance in the main. Ice Fangs. Narset. Okay. Prismatic Endings. Force Negations. Excuse me. So, Back to Basics. Theoretically Endurance. It's interesting to see, like, they have multiple entries on some things. Savine's Reclamation could be pretty good. Yeah. So, based on that knowledge, I think I want my Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blasts. If I'm going to strip all their stuff, I don't know if I need Choke, but I think I want to be able to destroy some of their... I need to worry about Back to Basics as well here. And then... I mean, I would say I kind of have Inevitability if I stick on that plan. So maybe I can cut the Punishing Fires, not try to fight that battle. Bajuka Bog could be worthwhile because of... I guess Bajuka Bog could matter because of Endurance and Uro type effects. Maze of Ith less so. I mean, it stops the Uro from actually damaging me, but I don't know that I care about that. That makes sense. Have they shown any artifacts? Artifact could be Othersworn Canonist, just so they have more things going on. Maybe I keep a Punishing Fire to work on Planeswalkers or something to that effect. They might bring in Endurance just to shuffle me in. That could be a thing. Do I want my own Endurances? I think I want Choke. Just reviewing again. What do I really want here? Ghost Quarter did the distance. I'm gonna not bring in Choke just because of their variety of things. And I'm gonna try this. I want to be mindful of the clock because I'm a little bit down. All right, I'm on the draw. I'm gonna keep. If I can get a Wasteland or something like that, it would be awesome to go with my Life from the Loam. Okay. So I don't need to cash in this depths yet. I guess a lot of it would be depending on what they do. Sure. Double island for them. They have snow across the board. Well, that seems decent. Oh, they went up to 23. I was not giving that credit. So, my thought is just to set all this up again. Endurance. Well, I can't stop that. So, bravo for endurance. I did not consider endurance. And I think we need to remove the sorcery speed aspect. That's the other thing, is they're at 23. They do have another turn. They found a swords. Do they have a land to go with that? Are they shuffling in my Life from the Loam again? They did. So, hear me out. One, two, three. I need to keep up. I should have tapped. No, that didn't matter if I tapped the other way. If I were to give them... Did we get there? They could force this. End step. Whew! Whew! That was 2-0, right? Whew. See you a little bit. I got to figure out. All right. Welcome to round 2. It appears we will be playing in a mirror match. So that will be interesting. Well, we'll create the match. Hop back over, look at it. Ports, mazes, Bajuka Ball. I think that is something to be mindful. Oh, they have Urza Saga, don't they? They have 4 Urza Saga along with Expedition Map, Pithing Needle. I really don't know how to play the mirror. Therefore, here we go. Like, I won the die roll, but do I want to be on the plate? I don't know. So, I don't know. It feels like explorations could be good. I just don't have anything to do with them. My opponent says, looks like we're in for the pseudo mirror. I said, surely the advantage is the player learning the deck. I'm going to keep. All right, my thoughts are exploration, playland, exploration. I think that's how we do it. All right. They have mulligan to 6, mulligan to 5. See, I think that means there is something specifically you're looking for. And I don't know what that is, and that is a problem. Dark Depths has to be something you probably worry about because of Thespian Stage being able to copy the other person's cards. Do I need to run another one out? Right now, I'm going to say no. Like, I could see issues with giving them a life. If it's long term, some sort of punishing fire nonsense. Let's turn off some of these stops. Okay. Wasteland. Now, isn't there thespian stage shenanigans? Like, I can copy his Urza Saga, and then I have to copy away. Like, I feel like those are things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a thespian stage. If I copy this, I can then play a land and waste it. All right, I think those were all good things. I think. Because I need to add counters to Urza Saga and then copy a basic land. I think that's how it works. Okay, they had Life from the Loam. Okay, so never mind. And the fact they have Life from the Loam, I think, ends up being a bigger problem for me overall. Because they're going to be able to just keep recurring. Yeah. Like, the fact that they have Life from the Loam and I'm not, maybe that was the key card to go after. Because I also don't necessarily like, there is, what is it, crop rotation Bajuka Bog stuff to hit Life from the Loams. They had multiple Life from the Loams, so I think that is really what it's going to be about. I mean, maybe that's really what it was, is needing to find Life from the Loam and that be what you're going for. Maybe they play out a Dark Depths for no good reason and I can sneak in a Thespian stage and copy it. That'd be terrific, but I think we saw they had Maze of Ith, so that's not even going to save me. Yeah, they had Maze of Ith. Okay, Urza Saga's back. Double Urza Saga. They're leaving Dark Depths in there so they don't, I don't know, accidentally give it to me. Hey! So now we play this game of Like, this feels like it'd be exhausting. So I played one land. I could play 2 more lands. Yeah, I really don't know how you play this. I honestly don't know. But it feels like they have life from the loam, I have life from the loam. I have 2 explorations to their 1 exploration. Is that good enough? Sorry. Loam. I'm not 100% that they had everything to set up. Play a land. Get back. Wasteland. Thespian Stage and a Grove of the Burnt Willows. Theoretically, I could have maybe hit Taiga there. The fact that I get to play 3 lands is pretty sweet. Bajuka Bog wrecks me here. They just get back Bajuka Bog. And that is probably not game, but that is problematic for things that are going on here. Waste me, bog me. Yep. So I'm not sure all the cards that they've picked up over all this time. I think there's still a wasteland lingering. I think they still have a wasteland. I could have kept better track, but I didn't. You know. See, they had at least one wasteland. Now the question is whether they kept depths around. I don't know. Four. I don't feel a need to run out Field of the Dead yet since it only works on 7s. Crop rotation. Into a Dark Depths. And we're done here. Sure feels like it. Rotate. You'd have 2 floating for your Dark Depths. 2020, dead. That's game. All right. So, What kind of things do I care about? I mean, honestly, it feels like this is the only thing to care about. Shuffling in, having a bigger threat, and being able to deal with your opponent's enchantments. Caracas, Maze of Ith, all those little different things. I think Tabernacle is an easy one to come out. No, let's look at their list. They have a blast zone. They all is this me or them? Like that's the funny thing is it me or them? No, it's them. They have more artifacts. They're heavier on the dark depths. Meek Stone, Crozen Grip, Thorn of Amethyst. Like I don't think it makes sense to bring in spheres. Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to play a sphere. Maybe Grudge is relevant. I feel like Punishing Fire is not, and or like is Glacial Chasm going to be like a corner case protect me for 2020 that they don't have a wasteland or something like that to deal with? Feels unlikely. That's the thing is that I'm not familiar enough to know. Do I even care about endurance? That's the big thing for me is I don't know if I do. Port feels less impressive, but maybe that's just not true. I'm gonna say no to Grudge. Nah. I'm gonna say Punishing Fire is the weaker card. That just might not be true, but I didn't see them having the smaller creatures where it would be relevant. Like they're just gonna have it's either chipping away at them. All right. Mox Diamond. Did we see that they have Force of Vigors, I assume? They do have Force of Vigor. Play turn 1 Mox Diamond, Sylvan Library, get ranched. I'm going to keep the Ghost Quarter. I think I keep the Ghost Quarter in play. See, they're mulliganing again, which makes me think I just don't understand something, which is entirely plausible. All right, so I'm gonna cast this. I'm gonna cash in that. The Ghost Quarter. I'd like to get my Loam engine started. And Pass turn. I don't think we've shown any cards yet. So maybe I don't need to open that. You don't necessarily reveal. You put cards back in your hand, which aren't necessarily noted. It would be nice if that was tracked somewhere in a Magic Online zone, but it just isn't. Little bookkeeping. I know if I were in a tournament, I would take note of the 3 lands they picked up, and then I could strike through as they replayed them, etc. That's something worth thinking about in real life. I am signed up for the Missouri 100K. Pitching Port. They'll have their own Ghost Quarter. They have their own Life from the Loam. Okay, so I'd like to dredge. Hitting another Loam, a Sylvan Library. All right, so hear me out. Use a green. Crop rotate. No, I don't think that's worthwhile yet. If I play... I don't have any lands to pick up is the brutal part. So what if I played Caracas and I tapped it? And then I Ghost Quarter it. I say yes. And I get a basic. And I play Exploration. And then I Life from the Loam, targeting these 2. Like, I'm just trying to play cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I was like, those are things I could do. Because now, Bojuka Bog takes 2 of my Life from the Loams, and that's probably poor. So instead, I could have just played Sylvan Library. Sylvan Library would have been okay. Then there's a Loam already in there. I don't have to worry about casting the one I had. Like, the one that I cast, all I did was throw stuff. You know, like, I really feel like I didn't gain anything by doing that. Upkeep. Get ported. Hit a Thespian Stage and a Grove of the Burnt Willows. Okay. Because I have not yet played a land. We know they have a green, or I should say, their only green source was their Mox Diamond. Yeah, let's get Sylvan Library going. Judge check. If I pay to replace the draws, I can't pay the life, or do I put the life from the... That doesn't work. I can trigger more dredges, but I'm not sure how that works with throwing stuff away. We're gonna find out, I'll tell you that. Depending on what they do over there. I think the fact that I had snow-covered forest in the first game and that now I have regular forest, maybe that's making them pause with the Ghost Quarter. I could have just gotten snow-covered forest and then maybe not have given anything away. All right, they have Ghost Quartered me. Yes, I would like to. See? Now the real question is, are those good enough cards to take away, or do I want to hit the loam? I think I want to hit the loam. From them, anyway. We can see if we dredge into it. Okay, yeah, like, I just got to dredge a whole lot more cards. That was pretty sweet. So, let me have Thespian Stage, Wasteland, Field of the Dead. Okay. So, I only get to play out 2 lands here. They're going to make some XX, but I don't feel like I care about that. So if I were to kill this now, I could also copy it and then kill it. The question is, do I care about that? It just gives them something to target. Okay, they did not draw the loam. I assume they're going to get a needle. Okay. Two. I'm trying to think if I have enough to get them to fight over something, and then I just 2020. But they're at 21 because I tapped to Grove of the Burnwellows like a buffoon. And then I only have one. I have one Punishing Fire to draw, obviously. Like, I assume this is Thespian Stage? Yeah. That makes the most sense, because then I can't get the 2020, right? Maybe I should have got another forest in response. Did I put in the Ancient Grudge? I think I did. I did. Oh, we got upkeep. We got upkeep shenanigans. 3-man Crozen Grip. Hard cast Force of Vigor. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. I have different names, so I only get to play one land here. So might as well be Field of the Dead. But let's get ourselves a Maze of Ith. Let's get ourselves a Port. And let's get ourselves. Okay. So they have a Loam over there that they might end up triggering here. I guess the question is there a reason to do anything? I could turn into a. If I hit that. Oh, no. See, if I was going to crop rotate, I should have hit the bog when I could have hit the bog. That was just poor. That was just bad. Not exactly sure why I did that. To just throw a card away. I'm having a great time over here. I hope I hope you are not yelling at your screen too loudly as you watch this. But then again, I am going to rewatch this and commentate on it, so there you go. Yeah, I really should have 2 zombies right now, and I don't. And that's problematic. Take out the Field of the Dead. Yep. Are you going to port my green sources? Okay. Luckily, I have a Mox Diamond. Drew a Dark Depths, which I cannot currently use. So, I feel like instead, we're going to play a Maze of Ith. And force them. They just tap down the Maze of Ith attack. I block. Could have played my own port. Lots of things I see that I could have done differently. All my exploration, my Valakut explorations are gone. I should have one more zombie, and that's part of it that's really frustrating here. That I should have one more zombie, and I just don't. Life from the Lone back, his singular wasteland. Take out the Maze of Ith. That's strange. Tap the Maze of Ith. We already saw that they had the basic forest. So I would need to draw. There are already 3 explorations in there. All right, well, that's just game. What's going to happen? All right. So they won. They won. Bum, bum, bum. See you next round. All right. Ready?
Announcement received.
Announcement received. Ready for round number 3? We'll be playing against Omnitell, blue-green Omnitell. Have to imagine that is pretty bad for us. But, yeah, feels like that has to be pretty bad for us. Oh, well. This has been a free tournament, and so what are we complaining about? It's been a free tournament, right? I have plenty to complain about. That's the thing, is like I say that, but who am I kidding? I complain all the time, usually about myself. Blue, green. bring the list back up. Practice when you're ready. They have tons of basics. I think we quite literally just have to maybe make a quick 2020. I'm not even sure that's enough. Just then surgical extraction in the sideboard. Yikes. Yeah, so this will be. I was going to say this will be fun. Not sure that's the case, but this will be something. All right, we won the die roll. So, turn 1. Turn 1, Wooded Foothills. We're hoping to crop rotate, but honestly, our quick 2020 is probably the best thing we can do. So turn 1, Wooded Foothills, exploration, play another land. On my turn, draw, crop rotate from there. Oh, good luck. They're keeping 7. This one I think I keep. What are we putting back? I mean, we could try to port them a little bit, I guess. Let's put Punishing Fire. Let's put Valakut Exploration back. And let's start with an Elvish Reclaimer. And then my thought is we could follow that up with Exploration. Okay, so let's try for Exploration. Let's take the point back. Let's stop in their upkeep. Upkeep. I'd like to tap that land. I want to see how many basics they had again. 2 forests, 5 islands, and a tropical. If I rotate with the I was gonna say if I switch the card, it comes in tapped. Whereas if I play Tabernacle and then I Ghost Quarter it, it doesn't pump him up enough. I don't necessarily want to tap all of this either. I wish I could tap it, but I can't. Yeah, I can't think of a good way. I'm going to plan on tapping that blue in his upkeep. They'll probably snake me here. The fact that they didn't use a single blue for anything, yeah, I expected this. So I think I need the red. I feel like I'm probably giving some element away by, like, oh, you have this uncounterable effect. Why haven't you tutored it? You know. Could just be my own read on the situation. That, like, why am I not? Hmm. Well, we drew the dark depths. That would be not enough to trigger either. Okay. We can give them the opportunity to see if they want to pay. Oh, why didn't you port him? I mean, we're in main phase now. Why didn't you port? So I guess it really didn't matter because they still had the ability to do all this stuff. So they're going to take an extra turn. Check our deck list real quick. Can we make the 2020 and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No, because it would come into play tapped. Anything there comes into play tapped. Caracas even comes into play tapped. Yep. Oh, so I think I want red. I think this is a matchup for spheres. Spheres to slow them down. And then with all these basics they have, Now the question is, do they have Force of Vigor? I would expect they do. They have a singular Force of Vigor? Okay. I feel like Bajuga Bog's not going to be enough. It doesn't necessarily feel like Glacial Chasm in this instance. I would say Tabernacle is weak. What else do we got? Wastelands. Wastelands are going to be on the weaker side here because we saw there was only one tropical, so maybe I clear out colorless sources. I mean, I'm cutting lots of lands, then again, keep in mind, I'm playing a lot of lands. We could cut a Maze of Ith, one, so I still have it as a toolbox element. Can hope to get into some kind of Ghost Quarter recursion to clear them out. I don't even know if I need the Blast Zone. But these Punishing Fires, if I cut a Punishing Fire, I can maybe cut a Grove along with it, although that is a red-green land, and maybe I don't want to do that. And then Valakut Exploration just might be slow. Giddy up. I didn't think to put in the Force of Vigor to fight... Excuse me. I didn't put in the Force of Vigor to fight Omniscience. So, turn 1. Port. I guess we will see how this pans out. If it pans out. Cap 7. Oh, big box, no whammies. The fact they're playing something immediately is kind of surprising. Okay. Going for land. Flip 2 show and tells. Yikes. That's pretty powerful. So theoretically, I could start crafting. No, if I'm going to port them down. If I can draw into... We already have that there. That would have been much better now that I see it. Tap Grove, crop rotated away into a fetch land into a Taiga, attack for 3 there. Would have been so much better. I mean, and maybe it would have gone poorly. You crop rotate and then they stop you, you know. They play a snake again. An impulse. I think we let impulse resolve. I assume they have to have found a land. Mm-hmm. Counter. Do they have Eureka? Like, I was worried about them playing Eureka. I didn't even bother to look if it is actually there. Okay, it's there. They did, in fact, counter it. They could counter this too. They didn't. So the question is it better to have So now I'm going to rotate this port. And it might have made more sense to put it into play now that I'm thinking about it. Let's try. I gave them the opportunity to stop me. What did they pitch? They pitched an Omniscience. I don't know. Maybe this works. Maybe it doesn't work. Yeah. So what do we die to? 1 card left. Or no, sorry. They have 2 cards left. They have an Omniscience. And the last card is Impulse. We're not dead yet. But anything they get is free for the next part of the chain. Abundant Harvest, name non-land. Found a Brainstorm. Brainstorm, you only get 1 of these. Lock yourself. That's a good one to find. One outer, one outer, one outer, one outer. I guess no, we don't know that it's 1 outer, that each time they have the potential to find, but Combo, not good for me. Don't really see much. I don't know how I beat combo. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.